One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Seminoles ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Rush is on him. He's going to go for a big one. Intercepted in the first drive in for the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
They'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown time! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted. but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the ground with the back. He's in open space downfield. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the play fake. Pressure coming. He lets one fly deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The toss to the outside. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Webster. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Gets it to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. First play of the period, 1st down here. Quarterback on the keeper. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
It's a seam wide open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
The give to Davis.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The lone back's got it. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Edwards. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is in the air. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too heroic, and the offense sustains a massive loss.
And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D. And the Knowles decide to punt it away.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll immediately call timeout. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And back to the air on 2nd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Splits the uprights right down the middle, and that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Webster. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding.
Wide open spaces. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernia Schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Play action. And his throw is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
That's caught. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass. So you come out of the locker room for the 2nd half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Miller with the ball. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Might as well give it to him again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll ride Davis here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Seminoles will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blackwell. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's White. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Knowles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how...
Turning it on! It's a running room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The option look. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And all the visions and all the great things you anticipated happening for this fella, like in the first carry you put it on the deck, like that is a frustrating start, man. What a momentum swing in this game, too. Early fumble, early turnover to get this thing rolling.
The give is to Miller. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They go right back to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Gets the back moving. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Absolutely center cut. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Coming out with it, it's Blackwell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll run play action. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
On to kick it away.
The kick is on its way. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start.